Hello, I'm Kevin Berger, author of Atheism is Untenable, Objecting to the Absence of Belief, Bogus, the Intellectual Dishonesty of Non-Belief, and Debating Dillahunty, Transgenderism and the Unfalsifiability of Identity. Apologetics is a system of arguments in defense of something. That's not what I do here. As someone who is explicitly irreligious and agnostic, I have no need for apologetics and cannot logically shift the burden of proof for an irrelevant claim that I never made in the first place. If you imply otherwise or demand that I prove my God, you will have exposed your own dishonesty and lose any credibility. No, I apply skepticism and polemics to the claims that atheists make, chiefly among them the assertion to not make any claims, which is self-defeating. This is Justified Nonetheless. I'd like to give everyone an update and bring everyone up to speed on where things stand between Matt Dillahunty and myself. And before I do that, I would like to remind everyone that each and every step of this has been documented in the Debating Dillahunty Saga playlist, and that while the print book is available through the link provided and in digital format in its entirety through my Patreon, there are chapters of each of my books, including Debating Dillahunty, available in digital format on my Patreon for free. So please do check those out. On July 24th, I sent a hard copy of the book to Matt Dillahunty, care of the line, at their mailing address. Just 2 days later, on July 26th, USPS confirmed delivery. That same day, I posted a video announcing that the challenge had officially been issued. The book was now in his hands. On August 8th, Dillahunty himself emailed me confirming receipt. I clarified my intent. He dismissed me in a follow-up. That same day, I posted a video explaining exactly why falsifiability is central to this whole discussion. On August 9th, the first Debating Dillahunty meme went up with the official hashtag. On August 10th, I posted another video highlighting Dillahunty's apathetic dismissal. On August 11th, I released a YouTube short, a supercut of Dillahunty talking about skepticism, epistemology, moral frameworks, and evidential standards, set against his own words saying that he doesn't care if people lie about their gender and that we should accept gender claims at face value. The contradictions were stark. On August 12th, I tagged Dillahunty directly with a series of logical syllogisms pointing out the flaws and contradictions in his position. On August 18th, another meme went up, this time with the ticket tracker for his silence. I also tagged him with 2 real-world news stories of false gender claims and uploaded the full-length version of the August 11th video. On August 25th, I asked Dillahunty publicly for his stipulative definitions of man and woman, still no reply. Then, on August 29th, someone claiming to be in touch with Dillahunty emailed me suggesting that he might be open to scheduling a debate. I immediately responded with my availability and terms. Their email to me said, "Kevin, I have made contact with Matt and he may be willing to schedule a one-on-one debate with you provided it's streamed on his channel. Can you look at some dates?" Signed by BJ Thomas. My response to that email was, "BJ, before I commit to any debate with Matt to ensure a fair, substantive, and productive exchange, the following conditions must be met prior to scheduling. 1. Steelman requirement. Prior to acceptance, Matt must provide a written, by email or by mail, or recorded steelman of my position demonstrating accurate understanding. 2. Distribution rights. The debate must be recorded in full. I will receive an uncut copy within 48 hours. I retain the right to publish and distribute the recording on other platforms of my choosing without restriction. 3. Resolution and scope block. The resolution must be clearly defined in advance in writing and agreed on by both parties. Example resolution, subject to adjustment by mutual agreement. Resolved. Transgender identity claims left unfalsifiable and based strictly on self-declaration are epistemically untenable and ethically irresponsible. 4. Format and timing. Equal speaking time for both participants. Openings, rebuttals, cross-examination, and closings. A timer or moderator must enforce equal time. Interruptions are not permitted outside of designated cross-examination. 5. Falsifiability commitment. Each participant must state what standard of evidence or argument would be sufficient to justify a reasonable person's assent to resolution on a provisional basis before the debate begins. Please advise if these are acceptable. I look forward to your and his response. Kevin. On September 2nd, another meme went up with the ticker and another news story of a false gender claim. Still no response from Dillahunty. On September 8th, the cycle repeated. Meme, ticker, news story, and a direct Facebook reply to something that he'd commented on elsewhere. Again, challenging him publicly. Finally, on September 9th, I commented directly on Dillahunty's own Facebook page, laying out the case, his silence, the logical tension in his epistemology when it comes to gender ideology, the difference between courtesy in personal interactions versus evidence requirements for public policy. Someone had said, Matt, I don't debate racist Nazis. Why? Because you would lose, like you did against Andrew Wilson. Matt is an atheist meme. His worldview is a demonstration of the unworthiness of being taken seriously as a voice worth listening to outside of being a source for exposing the stupidity of the atheist position and the essence of where its position leads. He wouldn't debate a racist Nazi because he and his position would be thoroughly exposed. Matt shared that and commented, the racist Nazis still behind pseudonyms sometimes, but they love Andrew Wilson and his proclamations about how cool all the fascists are. I responded, I'm neither racist nor a Nazi. In fact, on a wide range of social issues, I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. Yet you won't respond to me substantively either regarding my challenge to your rationale, even though you effectively challenged me to debate you right before you blocked me on YouTube. Someone replied to me asking, rationale on what? And I said, here's an example of a syllogism that encapsulates the issue, which I tagged him with on Twitter. And here it is where I actually did in fact tweet this directly to Matt. Notice I've tagged him here. This is the first of one of the syllogisms. If we scroll down, here's the one that was also posted to his Facebook. Premise 1. Matt Dillahunty argues that gender expression is independent from gender identity. Notice that I've cited exactly where it was that he made that statement. Premise 2. Matt Dillahunty argues that the claim being contested is not evidence of itself. Notice, once again, I have cited exactly where he has made that statement. Contradiction. Matt Dillahunty argues that a person's gender is whatever they tell you it is. And once again, I have cited exactly where he has made that statement. He's being logically inconsistent. Later, someone else posts the ever-popular Billy Madison meme about how apparently I'm idiotic. So I question them, how is it idiotic to say your claim isn't special? It requires evidence just like any other claim. That's exactly how cold, pure logic works. You don't make exceptions. They even have a term for it, a special pleading fallacy. Later, someone says, thanks for showing your ignorance about gender identification. Do you accept that you ID as a certain gender? Should I take your position as true or doubt you? And they said, lay it down. So I asked, lay what down here? And they say, non-answer, try again. So I explain in great detail. Within the context of a social interaction, it doesn't make any difference to me how one identifies. I have no objection to using chosen names, preferred pronouns, etc. I can and do use them because there's little to no stakes involved. However, when it comes to Title IX provisions, DEI policies, any sort of actual decision-making that affects people's lives, because I said so simply isn't good enough. Self-declaration isn't good enough for disability benefits. Self-declaration isn't good enough for veterans benefits. Self-declaration isn't good enough for Social Security benefits. Self-declaration isn't good enough for any number of other situations. You need to demonstrate that what you're claiming is actually true. I see no compelling reason why gender identification should be any different. However, as it stands, We have bad faith actors making false claims and ideologues enabling them by insisting that a person's gender is whatever they tell you it is. That is a monumentally flawed reasoning that wouldn't be and demonstrably isn't accepted in any other context. P.S. My 400-plus page book says I know more about gender than you do. His response? He didn't engage at all. He blocked me on Facebook as well. It's almost as if he's doing exactly what I had predicted that he would do. I'm just kidding. He's literally doing exactly what I predicted that he would do, as we can see. In the first chapter that I've made publicly available for free through my Patreon of Debating Dillahunty, Transgenderism, and the Unfalsifiability of Identity, I say, this isn't about me disagreeing with Matt Dillahunty, it's about Matt Dillahunty disagreeing with Matt Dillahunty. This isn't about gender ideology being incompatible with my epistemological or moral framework, it's about his position being compatible with his own. I've intentionally chosen this format, written, sourced, and structured, because it removes every rhetorical device Dillahunty routinely relies on when faced with arguments he cannot answer substantively. Here, Matt doesn't control the mic. Here, he doesn't get to escape scrutiny with showmanship. Here, he is accountable to reason, not applause. He can't talk over me, mute me, hang up on me, misrepresent my position, dismiss the argument with hand-waving, allegedly steel-man me while building a straw man, accuse me of apathy, bigotry, or hatred in place of offering a rebuttal, pretend I'm uninformed when every major claim is backed with scholarly sources, ignore the data I present because it's already cited, sourced, and contextualized, make vague appeals to studies that you never cite or cannot produce, get away with logical fallacies because I've named them and preemptively exposed them, shift the burden of proof by claiming he's not making a claim while clearly implying one, ask loaded questions to misdirect the conversation, appeal to emotional language or performative outrage in place of logic, frame disagreement as denying someone's identity when no such claim has been made, hide behind faux agnosticism to avoid taking a stand, move the goalpost when your original position becomes indefensible, use his audience as a substitute for substance, reframe sound rebuttals as personal attacks, selectively apply skepticism only when it's convenient, use pre-scripted talking points to control the narrative rather than engage with the actual argument, invoke word salad when confronted with complexity, dismiss as copy pasta what is instead concisely repeated due to its precision and relevance, cry gish gallop when the only gallop is his own attempt to escape layered, rigorous analysis. This is not a debate stage. This is not a call-in show. This is not a soundbite war. This is written. It's cited. It's structured. He can no longer perform. He can only respond or concede. Matt, if you are reading this, you often challenge critics to debate me. But genuine philosophical debate isn't about charisma, rhetorical traps, or applause. It's about truth-seeking. So instead of submitting to a performative debate format, this document provides a structured, logical, and citation-supported response. We've already seen him attempt to dismiss me with magical hand-waving woo. We've seen him attempt to effectively mute or hang up on me by repeatedly blocking me rather than even attempt to engage me, even when I am being polite and factual, as evidenced by the screenshots of what I've actually said. We've seen him pretend that I am uninformed while simultaneously ignoring the massive amount of peer-reviewed, credible, scholarly sources that I have provided. He can try to cry foul as if I am poisoning the well, but it's not poisoning the well when he's actively engaging in the very behavior that I have described. That's just pointing out the well that's already been filled with poison. That's whistleblowing.